Oh yeah, there's a thing we might be showing off. We got distracted.
Yeah.
I
see. Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah.
The thing.
Okay, hold on. Let me do that. Let me do that.
I'm just gonna flip over to my game here real quick and make sure I'm okay.
I'm just gonna right click on the treasure map so that we can activate the quest. Our quest journal has been updated. We must seek the curious cache. The curious cache. Where is that at?
So it's pretty far to the northeast from here. We wandered a little bit west.
I see. It's over here.
Yeah, clear over there, northeast of 8th.
Well, you know, let's set our speed to like 3.
Oh, we're gonna go fast.
Yep, let's zoom. We're zooming.
Right.
You got to go fast.
Zoomers. Zoomers rise up. Dude, look at the little sentinels behind us.
Yeah.
Ah, it's too funny.
Ready to EMP.
Oh my gosh.
So
Our
good.
things
Yeah, total
are just like
Matrix vibes.
flailing around.
Out of the low desert up into the high desert.
Yeah.
Be right back.
It looks great. I love these trees, by the way.
Yeah, and that was kind of an interesting thing that we experimented with. This is with this zone is sort of like sub biomes or more variations within a biome, right? So we've got some cool things that our environment, tech art, and lighting teams have set up to actually change like the audio and sound and weather and wind of all of these different areas, which you can see in what's live as you're kind of moving through these zones to make the highland desert feel different, the open desert feel different. So definitely look and feel a big push for us for this update.
I think it was northeast. So we're going northwest currently.
Yeah, we should be going northeast.
Where am I
Take
going?
it.
Bear right
He
here.
hasn't got enough sleep.
Oh, dude, I was up for 23 hours straight yesterday.
Captain,
That's not healthy, buddy.
turn the ship.
It was rough.
We're going
I'm
towards
back.
Vault of the Immigrant. Now we need to head east.
Yeah,
Dude,
talking
I'm
about that,
heading east.
Nathan. I don't know if you guys want to talk a little bit about what goes into kind of creating large expanses like this.
A lot of work.
Yeah. Fortunately, on the world side, we have some capabilities now with PCG, which we keep getting some advancements on. We've used that with these acacia trees here below us. That we've used it on the cliff rocks and also on our foliage to help place out things for gatherables and all that. And yeah, just like what Nathan was saying, up in this upper highlands area, we'll have a little bit more moisture because it's near the riverlands. And as you progress further in the desert and get closer to the dunes, the lighting team has also done awesome work with like helping also to progress that atmospheric vibe as you get deeper in, and a little more lushness around the oasis and the rivers. Yeah.
Is it Oasis? Oh, I was.
I'm not sure.
I like Oasis.
Oases.
I like Oasis. That's good. Yeah, Zach, it looks great.
Thank you.
And for the
it's
for the
a
folks at home,
bunch of people working on it.
Yeah, and for the folks at home who heard PCG, I'm not sure what that is. That's procedural content generation, which is something we're building out that tool set a lot so that we can, build out these areas a lot faster. Like the Riverlands, we learned a lot there, and so it's been really cool for us to take the learnings from not just the Riverlands, but also this early period of Alpha 2, getting a lot of our, the community's feedback on what's important to them.
That could be good and bad.
Kind of turn those into semi-automated tools. Like there's always an artist behind it. Always.
As long as they're not,
that still feels unique, but,
reusing the same assets and regurgitating stuff.
Keeping pace so that we can start delivering content to you.
I think it'll be all right.
Where are we going?
I'm following you.
Oh,
You're the one with the X on your map.
Do I have the X on my map? I don't see the X on my map.
We're going to Snakebite. Follow me, children.
This way.
Yes.
Which squiggly thing are you, Scott?
More east.
Oh,
We're more east.
That's a
than
very
you,
good question. I'm like one of the furthest east ones, like no northeast ones.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'm just following Steven.
Oh.
Wherever Steven goes, I'm going.
The mirages
Even
of
if
the
it's to my
Sands
death.
Wall play
Nathan, we can just chill here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm coming. I'm on my way. I'm almost there. Oh, I found a squiggly person.
Yep, that's
Squiggly's assembly.
Oh, gosh. I don't know where you went.
Oh, I found him.
You can see us on the map.
Oh, that's true.
We're just a
yeah.
little more east.
All right. Let me not be a squiggly person anymore.
Should we all unsquiggly?
Yeah, let's unsquiggly. And kill our squigglies.
Oh, savage.
That's
I
super
know.
sad.
It's
Let's kill the
D squiggly, Steven. You want a D squiggle.
We've done it. I'm ready. I'm ready to face any foe.
Yeah.
Where
Naked?
is this? Where are we going for the treasure, though?
Oh, we got to turn our speed down too. We're still really fast.
Oh yeah.
Should just be down here somewhere.
I love my footprints in the sand.
Oh, speed. Hold on. Some Najashi.
Somebody said Steven looks like a special event NPC. You know, I was thinking the other night, Bucky, that we should consider a low gravity ability on the bard for their party.
One of the sagas actually gives low gravity to the whole party when you use it.
Oh,
People like
is that in
one.
yet? Oh, it is. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's it. We can run that, Steven.
Dude.
If you want the uppies that people are using in the PvP tournament, cool.
Oh, we should up these.
All right, I'll set up some uppies.
I don't know sometimes when our abilities have already gone into the game.
Yeah, team moves fast.
Very good. All right. Oh, I found a guy. Pan. He's fighting some Nagash or Najash.
PK.
Gosh.
Look at this.
My gosh, it's Najash.
Oh my gosh, it's a Najash.
Najash. Short A.
Steven.
Yes, where are we going?
This is right here. Port, I found it. It's peeking out of the sand over here.
Oh, okay. I'm coming. I'm coming. I don't see where Scott is. Where's Scott? Oh, there you are.
I'm jumping.
Oh, you found it? Oh, we found the treasure.
You're like, Steven, stop Najoshing around.
All right.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, is this an updated chest?
Updated chest. The actual treasure
Wow.
chest itself, like the mound is updated, so you can. It's a little bit easier to find. People are struggling with that a bit. You can actually see like a little corner of the treasure chest peeking out of the ground now, before you excavate it.
Oh my gosh! Look at all the copper.
Maggie, if you could drop party so that we can steal Steven's stuff.
What?
Oh, yeah, you want me to kick him out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We jump.
I just got a whole
See you
bunch.
later,
of stuff.
buddy. All right, murder him. Go,
You
go,
got a
go, go.
gear.
No,
Stuff.
I can't be killed. I'm invulnerable.
Yeah, I was like, my stuff's not working.
Oh, were you trying to kill him and it wasn't working?
Unbelievable.
That did not take much convincing. They were just like, go.
I know they were ready.
I heard copper. Kill him.
Hey, I tried. It didn't work.
And wow, so convenient. We're so close to Snakebite Stash. Wow.
Wow.
So Corey, I saw a lot of commentary from players about the rewards that come out of the treasure maps. Talk to us a little bit about kind of that balance and how those rewards are interfacing with the economy.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Mike and a bunch of the other related designers did a ton of work on that, and I think it turned out really cool. And you know, it's just going to get better and better. But you know, the players spent a bunch of time giving us feedback on what feels scarce and what's hard to find, and how good jackpots feel. And we were kind of like trying to fill in some of those areas with these treasure chests, right? So, you know. The copper is kind of a funny meme, right, of how scarce that is, and you just opened a chest, and I'm not sure how much copper you got, but it's probably
I
a lot.
want those controls, man.
So, that feels pretty
Oh
good.
yeah.
And it's nice to be able to go through the crafting
Did
loop
you
to be
see
able
that?
to make some of these and kind of target a specific activity to go out and find big treasure like that. So,
That was cool.
that was kind of the goal there.
He's invisible.
He's invisible. Oh.
Rogue
Can you
Najash,
reveal him?
or player Najash. Sad.
Can't live without it. Ben and Jerry's cookie, yo.
We are. We're excited.
Rogue Najash.
So talking about treasure maps, we did have a bug where players weren't able to start new treasure hunts, and they would basically once the treasure hunt's like expired. And I know that Clayton did some work to resolve that bug. We fixed a lot of bugs, but I know folks liked hearing how we do kind of like bug fixing, what goes into that.
Yeah.
Imagine being in that
Simon, do you
group
wanna
and
talk
like
just a little bit about the bug
Steven
fix
in the
process?
live stream rolled
Yeah,
in.
so a lot of that is like the first step for that is always like trying to get something to a first testable or first playable point as quickly as possible. We've been trying to leverage our PTR, especially last weekend, and we got a lot of folks in who helped us identify like, oh, this thing could be crafted. This mount is broken, things like that, and we are using /bug. We're pulling in from Discord. People are also, DMing the shit out of us, which is awesome, and helping us find these things. We triage them. We've been doing these daily morning meetings with all of our leads, all of our producers who were associated with this update, and going through the process of saying, what's the biggest impact to our players, especially against the goals, right? So one of the big goals for this was, a visual update for the desert to make really land that look and feel of the sand squall, and also creating this as a region that where people are economically incentivized to either come here themselves or engage in the social networking that's required for effective trade. So, we kind of take our guiding principles for an update as a guideline for prioritization, and then we kind of chunk down the list through that.
Cool.
And then from there, it's just a lot of devs putting
They
in
chunk it.
a lot of hard work to fix bugs with honestly the most incredible bug fix rate that I've ever seen at the 4 or 5 studios I've been at. It's insane. We do things here on a regular basis that at every other studio would be called impossible. So, which takes some getting used to as a producer. There's a lot of oh, we could fix this in a day, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You could fix this in a day. That's not real, and here we are. So it's awesome.
So I see in chat that there is a request to provide one of these individuals with a snorse. Is there a specific person here that you think should get the snorse, chat? Who should get a snorse?
Oh.
Okay, one of them says no. Somebody says the ungilded one, and there's a lot of me's. The one that says I don't know, should the I don't know one get it? All right, let's give the I don't know a snorse. Hold on. Let me see which one is our Norse is the Wisp-Whelp, okay?
I just want to go back
Can we
to
do some questions? I'm going to start pulling those in if you don't, if you're all right with that, Stephen.
Yeah.
So the first one is here. Can you explain how you balance your mounts, specifically each tier? What are your thoughts on mounts decaying / dying? And I know, Stephen, you had talked a little bit about some of that on an interview recently as well.
I did. Corey, you actually might be a great responder for this one. How do we approach the balancing of our mount stats?
Yeah, I don't know. Bucky and I are kind of dialed in with the mount related stuff, but I think the question was related to a lifetime, right? So that's definitely
I think it's both. It's how do you balance the different tiers of mounts, and then additionally, what are our thoughts on mounts dying and decaying?
Gotcha.
Twofold, yeah.
So for the first thing, the tier matters, right? So the earlier you can get your hands on it as a hunter, that's kind of like the starting point. As you go up in tiers, the mounts are going to get a little bit stronger, a little bit better, right? And then we want to tie in stats with things that make ecological sense, right? So if you are fighting wolves and you think wolves have particular traits, they're fast or they're sneaky or they're stealthy or this, that, and the other, we kind of want to make the stat line aligned with that, right? So right now we kind of have these base stats in with mount speed and health, right? And as we continue expanding into more of what we want animal husbandry to be, we'll have much more intricate stats that will and abilities and all sorts of other stuff that will kind of tie into that. So that's sort of our approach. Like we want there to be progression. We want there to be identity that makes like ecological sense or thematic sense or sense with lore. And then we want players to absolutely destroy that by breeding and doing crazy stuff with the mounts and making their own crazy creatures. So that's kind of where we're going.
And
Yeah,
Steven
really-
is now outside of the dungeon. If you guys want to head on over here so we can explore more.
Yeah, we've got some really cool R&D going on for the animal husbandry stuff right now.
Look at the
Really
Oh
excited
yeah,
to show y'all.
absolutely.
look at the degenerates.
The
And
next
there's
question.
some new mounts, by
Sending
the
them
way,
a
coming
whisper.
down the,
Send me a
coming down the
mount.
pipeline.
The next question is, Phase 3 mentions cleric and tank secondary archetypes. Does this mean all classes will get the
I want
their
Steven's
secondaries,
cloak.
or only cleric and tank?
Eventually, but when we say cleric and tank, that means that's where we're going to be starting. And depending on how that progress goes and the iteration that's required, oh my god, all these trees are dying.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. And depending how that iteration goes, will determine the speed by which we approach the other archetypes.
And then, when does the dagger come into alpha?
Ooh, that's a good question. We just had a meeting about that actually earlier this week on whether or not we want the, or I guess I had with production about whether or not we want the new weapons to come out with
Steven having
with
maxed out his
releases or have those come
frickin'
out
shit.
earlier. I think we'll probably side on earlier, so the weapons might be coming out ahead of some of the other updates, kind of as like a mid-update next month. We have, I think, 3 of them that might be ready.
The thing about daggers is they come out when you least expect it.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's so good.
How do you decide on archetype balancing passes?
There is a discussion between usually the combat team and the owners of particular archetypes. We take into account, obviously, the sentiment and feedback as we observe it within the community. We discuss that sentiment, that feedback. We compare it against data that we collect for each of the archetypes, their survivability, their kill rates, ratio, those types of things. And then a lot of it is just feeling, right? As we're playing the classes with you guys, and we're seeing it perform in a group setting and within the production environment, we take that back and we discuss it amongst the team, usually through our combat balance channels, and then we arrive at some conclusive changes that we want to see. Now, it's important to note that, like, obviously, as part of Alpha, there's gonna be a lot of
Russia
changes
guy wanted
attempted.
more
Some of those changes might stick. Some of those changes
more
might change
payment
back.
options because
That's
of
just
sanctions
part of
with the
process,
U.S.
and,
Right?
in
How
order
can
for us to
we
kind of test and approach, we need to make the change
find
and
more
see
payment
the repercussions.
options? And I replied to him,
This was
"Move."
a follow-up to what
I'm such a
was
dick.
stated by
But seriously
Zach,
though,
which
move.
is, what kind of content is and is not going to be generated by the PCG?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. You're good.
Yeah, it's we're going to be using it on mass scales on large things like it really helps with filling out large areas so we can focus our artistic endeavors on more of the really nice storytelling elements like POIs and interesting places that the players will really be hitting a lot of. So the PCG does a lot with helping us fill out the cliffs and a lot of interesting areas that then we can embellish on over the top of. We still have the opportunity to edit those PCG brushes, but they work in like kind of setting down little clusters of us for us. And in different sizes, we can arrange.
Margaret's
those
trolling
grids
him
and
the whole
clusters can be
time,
broken
just
up for us to
attacking the
edit.
trees
And,
that he's doing
yeah,
and
you can
shit.
set different rules and things like that. The tech arts guys
funny.
have been doing a lot of updates to it, so the capabilities are going to keep increasing for us. But it's to make our work more efficient and to allow us to create a larger world faster.
And also, like, to give it so that make it so that you guys on the environment art side have more time to spend on those bespoke moments, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
You guys spent, at one point you guys were having to spend like, I don't know, weeks setting up cliffs in the Riverlands, and while they look cool, the opportunity for bespoke stuff, you have to put rocks everywhere to make cliffs work, right? Like there's a limit to how much creativity you can put there, but now you have the times to go in and add those storytelling moments, those set dressing moments.
Exactly. And the PCG still has a lot of capabilities with still being able to introduce artistic elements to it through kind of the ways that you can direct it and input it. And then you can, embellish on that. Like you said, we can focus our artistic skills towards the more higher trafficked areas, the POIs and paths and major nodes and things like that.
Steven's talking to the baby trees. He's like, "Oh, baby tree!" I saw that.
I know, right?
You do have to talk to your plants, right? It helps them.
Of course. I mean, how else will they be motivated to grow?
Thank you for the very in-depth answer. I love that. The next one is trading in-game gold for non-tangible resources allowed? And if so, how will the system distinguish between that and RMT? Ooh.
Wait, what was the question again?
Don't do that. We're going to come for you.
What was it again?
Is trading in-game gold for non-tangible resources, like information, allowed? And if so, how will the system distinguish between that and RMT?
We take into account behavioral metrics as well, right? So, can you sell information in game? Yes, you can. Where it becomes a problem is if that information you're selling is consistently being sold to gold that is generated fraudulently or through exploits or through botting. Then that becomes a pattern. That becomes a heat map. We identify those heats and we take action against them.
And people aren't paying 1,000 gold for information every week, so
on a regular cadence from the same
we can
character.
see where that gold is going from one player to the next. So we're hunting down that data.
Where's our next
Beware.
pocket dungeon, by the way? Where
you
should we go
can
next?
head south toward the Prismarium, which would be it's northeast of Azamaran. So if we follow the river south, we can get there.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let us
River,
rally.
the Hydrus River.
Oh, sounds like the Tigris.
The next question here is are there plans for any areas with low/high gray possibly an area with variable or gravity, low/high gravity? I'm old, I can't read.
Like
there are not yet, but definitely there could be environmental volumes that we use to utilize with certain types of jump puzzles. We've talked about that in the past. If we wanted to set lower gravity environment, lower environment gravities, we could use that, but not right now yet.
It'd be kind of cool feature of like the
Go to
head
the moon.
crater.
Of the what? Say again, Bucky?
Of the head crater, where all those things
yeah.
floating around. If there's just like a low gravity, just aura
like
in
an
there,
active event.
Like
yes. That'd be cool. Where am I going, Jeremy? By the way,
More souther.
More souther.
More souther.
How much more progress does the desert need before you move on to the tropics area?
Well, that's a good question. So if you look at the map that I'm looking at, and the map that we've released, there's generally kind of this playable space out here that needs to be completed, and we're probably going to have that done relatively soon. As the pipeline of zone development goes, well, actually, Nathan, you could probably talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So right now, the goal is to keep finishing out the desert before we're moving on to the tropics. We're going to be, like Steven said, expanding the play space, making it so that all of the node ZOIs are populated. Then obviously there's still a lot of content, or maybe it's not so obvious, but there's still a lot of content that's missing from the desert. As cool as it is, as excited we are for this update, we're still missing a lot of the events that we want to get in. Commissions are pretty light. And there's this whole narrative layer that we want to add as well. Also, the depth of resource, like the depth of materials that you can gather isn't, quite at the level of the Riverlands, at least for kind of bespoke stuff. So there's still a fair chunk of work to do there. As far as timeline, that's always pending, developments and moving target, yada, yada, yada. Check your bingo cards. Everything's a work in progress. But yeah, so that's I think kind of filling that out, taking that to the level of at least the Eastern Riverlands. Sorry for my brothers and sisters over in Nuela, but taking it up to that level, I think, is definitely where we're focused right now.
But that doesn't. I mean, we work in parallel, so we have artists who will be moving on to other zones and buying while designers are filling out the content in there. So we don't just have everyone in one area before because departments do different things. So they're laying the groundwork to go off into different
Remember,
zones,
there's over 230 developers working on the project, so
it all just don't do.
Could you imagine 230 people in the desert?
Yeah, just everyone's just trying to check out the same landscape. Yeah.
Where am I going?
Come to us. We're all here.
Oh, I found Scott.
Scott's gonna.
Oh no, I was following you.
You're lost together.
I was following you.
Oh no.
Hit M, and then you see where Asmaran is. North of that, right at the edge of where Aethanar is, the bottom. Like right where the line is almost of those two. We are right near there. Hopefully that helps. The next question is, are you looking into time to kill for PvP? And this was actually a question that was, we asked how people felt it was in Node Siege as well during that test.
Are we looking at time to kill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of our balance evaluation, kind of at all times, right? One thing to keep in mind, though, is, and we've always said this, right? We balance PvP from a group v group perspective. So if we're looking at, time to kill within the scenario of a 1v1 or a 2v1 or a 3v1, like, that's not a good assessment for TTK. TTK in a PvP setting needs to be accommodated as a group v group effort, and then seeing how that feels. And I know that there was recently a 8v8 competition within the game that was hosted, I think, by Crix, and it was super cool to watch. And there was a lot of fun, I think, had in that, and it was interesting to see kind of those party comps and how they stood up.
All right, Jinjack, take us in here. Let's go.
All right. So this is
can't mention the 8v8 without also shouting at the other shoutcaster, Lloyd and
Lloyd.
Polar.
Yes.
Polar. Thank you for hosting that as well for us. Those were really cool. We got a lot of great information out of that.
Yes.
Snakebite Stash was designed by Jason. This one was designed by Jess, and Zach worked with Jess on building this all out. Awesome. So this is the background.
And just joined us last live stream
for the Fallen Forge. Yep.
Yep.
So the background on the Prismarium is that it was an area built where the Jinn made these constructs for helping the Valen people prior to the Exodus. And this is kind of like where they summoned them and kept them, and they would then send them out to help the Valen people. But the Jinn have been gone, and these constructs are kind of confused and not being controlled, so they're a bit chaotic. So we'll leave that with mystery on that now.
I'm digging the colors in here.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm also liking
Are they harvesting the crystals?
Not yet.
Harvesting from them and being made from them.
Made by them. There's life.
We can't harvest these crystals yet, though.
The Jinn.
The players can't. Yeah.
The Jinn do.
Where are the Jinn? What happened to them?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
That's where I found one. I found a Jinn-bound messenger over here.
That's one of their constructs, but not a Jinn themselves.
Yeah, and one of the things that we've been
Guardian too.
One of the things that's been a cool process shift for us is how we're planning out these zones, and that's kind of one of the things that's led to us being able to more quickly put out this content. So narrative and world, and of course Steven, Bill have been working on some of the background lore for this, so we're going to be really excited to bring that out to you guys, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Well, I am excited about it too, but we'll just have to see, right? I mean,
cool. I think still some outstanding lighting work, obviously, for us to do, but
no, Steven, it's perfect.
Steven always has feels about the lights.
This is true.
But it does give lighting makes the atmosphere of the area
Well, it's hard. It's hard for lighting because they're kind of at the end of the pipeline, right? For any environment, and sometimes they don't get all the time that they want before we go to Alpha 2. But it's always important to remember that Alpha is intended for good enough, not for perfect.
Yeah.
Alpha 2 is a work in progress.
That is right.
Well, and the purpose of that is that it lets us learn faster, which means that ultimately we get to deliver content and feature updates to you guys faster, right? Like if there's a lot of guesswork, then we have to do a lot more internal testing. We have to do like the bug hunting is a much more time-intensive endeavor on our side, and so like the people in our community who show us the things that are broken or are just really buggy or are painful. Like you guys have helped us speed up this process so much compared to where we were like 8-12 months ago. It's been awesome.
Look, there's people above the dungeon.
The next question that we have is, will there be in-game systems to reorganize buildings and nodes for strategic purposes or for city planning?
Will there be? I'm sorry. One more time.
I'm waiting to see if Maddie's going to join and watch.
Buildings in nodes for strategic purposes or for city building and planning.
That's a great question. I mean, obviously, when you're talking about node's development, the mayor has prerogative on which buildings are being placed in which plots. And to a degree, I guess there is a relevance of strategic planning when making those choices. It would be costly to destroy a building and place it in a different plot, but I guess that's then the meaning behind the choice when you first construct it.
And there are named folks that spawn in these little dungeons, right, Jindrak?
There's 3 in here, yep.
What they're doing, but it's a...
Go take a look at that
hang on.
pit. That was cool.
They're just talking about all of the stuff that they added to going through pocket dungeons and all of that. There's like so much stuff, bro. So just have a listen.
A little destroyed section there, possibly. But yeah, it might have some more rubble up there on that top.
Yeah, we found this yesterday.
Skylight to this.
You could totally drop through.
Did we give Autumn a snail? Chat? Yay or nay? Snail, no snail?
They're dancing up there.
Let's see what chat decides. We have a nay, we have a yay, nays, yay. Ooh, lots of yays. Okay, the yays are having it. Look
the
at
next
these
question
yays.
here is, how is work on the different node aesthetics coming along? Any idea when we'll see them in game?
Good question.
Which ones was it?
The
Node
racial variants.
Many they've added new stuff in the desert, like new mats and everything to farm. All of that,
bud. A lot of groundwork on the concepts for those.
I was telling you yesterday, lots of content, but then I had to go. I hated it. But I'm here now, so I'm gonna make a channel and I'll show you a bunch of shit.
Maximum stage with the Kalar aesthetic first. So that's our main focus right now.
And then our next one is, will the cleric get castigation back at some point? We want our whip back. People really like the whip.
Whip was really
OG
cool.
whip, yeah.
Oh, the OG whip, yeah.
I
love the snappy sound effects. Did Autumn? I don't know if we're gonna get the whip back though.
I know you came. I know, and I laughed. I know, but I'll make it up to you today.
Where should we go next, Jeremy? By the way,
tell me that you can hear me if in the chat.
Oh no, I already went in there. The crystal one.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get it messed up.
Here. Farming.
Oh, I came outside.
In the depths.
We can head up. Let's see.
Yes, you can hear me.
The Lost Hero Sepulcher.
Ooh,
Sure.
Let's do it. This time I'm going to follow you.
I'm just going to teleport ahead.
Okay.
Okay, you can summon us all.
Oh, you want to summon us to it? Okay. Down. Let's do this.
The next one is, how does Ashes of Creation plan to handle advertisements and in-game shop promotions? Many games use aggressive or intrusive tactics that feel out of
somebody
place
wants to know if
and
it's
break
going to be
immersion,
pay to win.
while Ashes of Creation take a more subtle approach.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we want to litter the world with, those types of advertisements. That's why we have the concept of stalls. That's why I have the concept of the node boards that you can inspect and take a look at and get information at. These are going to be primarily driven through UI windows, not that you're going to see, pollution in game with these things.
I think they might mean more marketing, like our cosmetic shop, things like that.
Oh, I thought they were talking about player shops. My bad. Cosmetics, are we going to advertise cosmetics in game? No. There's not going to be any marketplace transaction advertisements that are in the client. There might be an interactable shop that you can open from a UI perspective, but you're not going to see
so
interrupting the
some cosmetic stuff,
maybe
some.
The moment you log in.
Hi, I noticed you haven't checked the cash shop in the last hour of play. Did you know we have great deals going on?
When you go to close it, it tells you, "Are you sure?"
Won't let you close it until you confirm. No, I think, great. And I think on the marketing side, we'll let you guys know when new stuff is being added to the shops and stuff like that. But we're not gonna make that intrusive in your gameplay experience. We may post that on social media.
He teleported
and our on our website and things like that. But we won't make your in-game experience hindered by that.
That'd be a great
and
live stream.
A reminder for those of you who are new to the community, because often we get a lot of folks
I want to fly
who haven't been part of the community for as long. We will not have any pay to win, so everything that is in those shops will be cosmetic. They aren't going to give you an advantage in game other than, I guess, looking cool, if you consider that an advantage. But our in-game achievable things, like from our raids and stuff like that, will always. Our goal is to make those look even cooler than the stuff that you see on the shop.
Look at.
Stephen, let me know if I said anything wrong there, but that is in line.
Yeah.
Those controls are so awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was taking a look at this little creature.
Like, he can do pretty much anything. But he hits with his one less than I do with my book.
Dead broodling.
So this location is the Lost Heroes Sepulchre. This was designed by Ben. And
but he can fly!
Was the artist that worked on this one with him.
Take a look.
Oh, here's a spicy one. Solo play is very difficult right now. Do you have plans to make the game more solo friendly during Phase 2 or Phase 3?
Yes, we will be improving the solo play viability. However, I do want to caveat that with a tenet that is important in our game, which is things will always be easier. And obviously we are building an MMORPG. Whoops, hold on. We're building an MMORPG, which has in it both the words massive and multiplayer. So to that end, a lot of our systems are designed with that prospect in mind. That doesn't mean that it should be as difficult as it is now to solo. So there will be improvements on the soloing leveling experience. It should be a viable method, but it's not going to be as good as the group methods.
Yeah, and some of the things that we've added kind of have, as we complete our systems, kind of fill that out more, right? Like the player shops were a big solo leveler buff, right? Much more access to gear that was hard to access as an exclusively solo player, so that helps too.
Cool. And then, will we upgrade to DLSS 4.0 support in the game?
Oh, that's a good question. We don't have an engineer in this.
Yeah, we don't have an engineer in the call.
We have no engineering representation.
Just make the call, David.
Everybody run wild.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. We'll do everything.
Budget's my ass. I don't know. That's a good question. I'll chat with graphics engineering on that. Look at this guy. He's so excited. I'm in the sarcophagus.
I'm just trying to keep everyone alive. Yes. Did we pull too many or something? What just happened?
Yeah, we got a few 3 stars.
Okay.
Puking everywhere.
Yeah, also heal cut.
Spam healing the poop out of you, and you were.
I'm standing in poison.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Well,
I was like, what is happening?
The DPS. Oh god.
Look at those mobs, man. Look at how much he's hitting for. Maddie, do you hit that hard?
Yeah,
I don't hit that hard as a cleric, and he's using his wand. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Dude, he was hitting for 5k with his wand. Look at that. He's using his wand.
Yeah, I'm getting res.
Yeah, I'm resing you. Just move quickly if you're standing in the thing, otherwise you're just gonna die again.
I moved.
Yeah, the 4-stack support comp cries real bad when heal cut enters the stage.
I was like, I'm trying so hard to heal you, but I don't know what's going on.
I want his wand.
Desert Mama in here as well.
We got 2 healers here.
There's a second
Steven's
Desert
just one of
Mama.
them.
Steven's not healing.
Oh, that's right.
We
Okay.
do not have 2 healers. Although I think the bards have been helping.
I'm investigating the sarcophagus room.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot going on down here. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
Oculars. All right, it was nice knowing y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, oculars suck.
Dying? Oh my god.
Just ran into the room. We gotta be a little more strategic about this.
I was looking.
No.
Yeah, caught looking.
I got you.
him in the
I
head.
got you.
Of course he does.
I'm
Look
now
at.
healing you.
Oh my god,
Walking this
307,000.
ocular down. Oh my gosh.
27,000,
Very nice.
102,000. What
We got a
the
lot.
hell?
Yeah, we got a lot.
19k.
Okay, I think we're stable now.
That's not very
Time for
realistic.
pro gamer move,
I was like, I
pull.
cannot look at the questions right now. There's just too much. Gotta keep the people alive. We are coming close to a time here. How many more questions would you like to go over, Steven, before we wrap up?
Oh, let's take a couple more. Should we go to? We'll take a couple more, and we'll go to another pocket dungeon. Which one should we go to, Jeremy?
Let's do the Scarab
Song?
Hollow.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Alright.
summon us, and we'll
Summon us
speed
outside.
speed it up.
Okay, I'll teleport over there while you guys answer the next question.
Okay, I will
Alright.
grab the next question. Next question is, where is the line drawn when it comes to immersion breaking cosmetics? Would you add like
Wow,
parallel
she answered my
cars or bunny
question.
outfits that look completely out of place? I think we only have really one that I know of that is a little.
Our style guide is to maintain a cohesive and thematic immersive environment, which means that we won't be utilizing.
They're gonna remember how how when we're playing and we lose our mouse
Other than
sometimes
perhaps
when
some
there's like
festive,
heavy
like,
combat, like it's hard to see the little
holiday-driven
thing.
one, but
Well, they are.
you're
They're
not
gonna
see, like,
they're gonna
t-shirt
add like stuff where we can change all that, and so yeah. So that's cool. That's cool.
And, yeah,
Very happy
the
about
ones
that.
we have designed on the marketing side.
Right?
We always try to
Huge.
make sure that they fit in line with
Huge.
the what do you call it? Style guide for the game. Since they have mobs going underground for skills like scorpions, will there be mobs that drop out of trees or the ceiling, aka spiders?
We've done that in the past, actually, didn't we? Didn't we do that? We did that with we had a rock monster that climbed out of a cliffside back in Alpha 1, and we still have that model. And we had we obviously had our little flanglers. Oh, I'm getting summoned.
Oh, board.
Yes, we want to do that type of NPC design, not just for underground, but vertically as well, and within water environments. Uh-oh.
Why'd you say uh-oh?
Oh, I'm good. I got summoned with my auto run on.
The next one is, some of the control/movement options are difficult right now. Are those systems planned to change in the future? How much customizability can we expect?
That's a good question. I mean, I know that in League, kind of with our approach on UI and on the custom hotkeys, we're going for maximum customization as much as we can.
Good.
Because there are a lot of different games out there that many of us have sharpened our teeth on, and we all have kind of our own different
Yes, we do.
experiences with what we
Habits.
become accustomed to as a default.
Especially
or our
my
own
friend,
troll schemas.
my friend
So,
Lass,
I use weird
Matty
like
boy.
RTFGC.
He really, really loves it
Oh, yeah.
when
I was like,
he
what are you
can
doing?
adjust
But I like
everything
having
to
it
his
all, like, right
left-handedness.
next to my one hand, so I don't have to,
Right, Matty?
you know, so I can be super sweaty.
100%. Yeah, so we want to have maximum flexibility and customization options for the player. This place is cool.
Yeah, this is a really good one.
This tree looks like it's been through something.
It's doing something.
Tristan and Jason. Jason, the designer. Tristan was the artist on this one.
Ooh, more.
There's a
more
big
creepy trees.
creature that was living underneath here at one point.
See? The mobs dropped
rib
for him
cages
too.
and
Yeah. Something died here, and it was big.
Desert has a lot of these, so there might be a story behind why there's so many rib cages and bones in this area. Big rib cages.
This is a stoic guild.
Hello,
Funny.
Stoic.
I know. I was in a guild called Stoic when I was playing Dota a lot. Wonder if they're the same guild.
How are you in a guild in Dota?
In regards to movement controls, I guess that would still be just like hotkey oriented.
This is
or
weird.
Like,
Must be a Discord
swapping
guild
things,
or
like, on
something.
mouse and keyboards and stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
When are we getting mules? They aren't in the roadmap.
No, they're not on the roadmap. Not yet.
Not everything is in the roadmap.
Haha, from
true.
arcades.
It is a likely.
Mules from
There's a lot of shit
arcades.
that would be in the roadmap, too.
Yeah, if we listed everything.
Someone hit me up today or yesterday when they saw the Day Strider mule, and they're like, "Are mules in the game? Mules in the game confirmed?" Sorry, we just baited you. Sorry about that.
It is a cosmetic that you can put on your mule. It's currently acting as a mount.
No answer quite yet on when mules are coming in, but they are still a thing, and we will be getting mule support at some point in the future.
I was like, why is this so much easier? It's because they're level
Again,
18.
I want to do that.
Speaking of mules,
Yeah, just pick my stuff.
actually turn
Oh,
into
let's fight
probably-
this.
what is the name of the one that's the undead mule?
Bone Strider.
Bone Strider, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
it's so good.
See, look at that. Oh,
Rogue holding up.
that's
Looks very
cool.
And I think generally there's a lot of questions in regards to
Wow.
like guild storage, mount storage, which I think is more mules oriented, things like that.
He just possessed it. Now he's actually
There's
it.
just like a lot of questions about storage, and obviously we know there's bugs. We're working to fix them.
this
Please
seems
check
like
our
an
known issues
appropriate-
list.
This seems like an appropriate creature for the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we should-
100%.
We should all turn into Bone Striders.
Okay. And
Oh, we
then
did.
wrap up with that.
Let's wrap up as a herd of Bone Striders
Yes.
going through the
Okay.
desert if we can.
That's all I want to do. Be a creature in this beautiful desert.
All right.
Somebody said this mount is very Nightmare Before Christmas. I love that movie. Great movie. Yep, somebody's
Whoa.
hippo. Oh, don't fly with the mute. Don't fly with
Yep.
it.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
What just happened?
Somebody
Who's
tried to
doing
fly with it.
Oh, I just died.
It's
I
I
was
okay.
trying
was
to-
like,
and
who
what's-
did this?
Whatever you do not fly with that mount.
I was like, what
There
is
is
happening?
not there is not an NMBP state for this mount and fly thing. Everybody look away.
No bugs. No bugs. Game
Run
finished.
away.
Where are you? Oh, I lost you now. I
Trying
see
to
you.
run out of the net call distance.
Oh my gosh. That was wild.
I also tried to do that. So the
Okay.
failure has some.
Hell yeah.
I think I have recovered.
Yep. Yeah, we back.
Yep.
Nothing to see
Next
here.
slide.
This is what happens when we're live, when we do it live.
We're doing it live. Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap up with. Do you want to wrap up the whole stream with these guys, or do you want to go back to having us
let
on?
me,
So what they
the
showed
end?
us
let
was
me-
basically
let me see if I
pocket
can fix
dungeons
my
and all that,
get a
and how
little
easy it
lag.
is to get in and out of them, and so that's
Set
kind of cool. I
my
mean, it's
graphic quality
all
and
throughout the
change
desert,
that.
so
That'll
yeah.
Probably help.
Oh, Man, I gotta tell you about mayor commissions and everything, Maddie. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All those ones that we could not complete, we now can complete.
Like, it looks so good.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. There's some
That's
stuff.
why I kept bringing it up.
Get a lot of them
Everybody's
tickets. All that.
I was like, if we don't show it, you should go see it on your own.
Even when they find her real name,
All right,
she's still gonna be known as Desert
I think
Mom.
they're wrapping this up. I think. I don't know. We'll stay to the very end.
I can't tell them what the real name is. So.
Look at them.
Everybody's gonna see a flashbang.
We can shoot the
The
server.
whole round. Should we broadcast? Should we be like?
Oh yeah, let me hear. Hold on.
I got it, Steven.
Be like,
Greetings.
if you have
friends.
epilepsy, please look away.
You may or may not suffer a flashbang.
They're naming her
College.
Karen now.
No.
Arnar.
Yeah, but she said no.
And it didn't work. Look.
Sent out the broadcast.
Look how beautiful.
I don't see it. Where's the broadcast?
pretty
Look at
good.
I
that
didn't see
thing,
the
Maddie.
broadcast, but it might be.
It takes a second.
Oh my gosh.
Filter through the
There's the
social service.
flashbang.
Oh yeah, and that's obsidian. That black stuff that you see there.
Yeah.
New stuff
Such
to
a
mine.
good
Apprentice
argument.
mining, I think.
If you look at her from the angle, it looks like she's like pouring the stars out of her hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sick. Pretty sick.
She does look pretty sick, doesn't it?
You gotta get like back to kind of where we started, Steven.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Actually,
Back.
I was like,
Back.
actually, that spot is like perfect.
The debug box is killing me.
I know.
I'm sorry, Steven. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Walk backwards, Steven. Walk backwards.
I need to get the moon like the perfect shot
Mhm.
behind it too.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
inner hands. Yeah.
We can use this as the
Oh,
we
that
can
would
use
be
this as the
cool.
thumbnail.
Okay, so Mike will have to remake the thumbnail. We already made a thumbnail, but we can redo that. It'll just take a while.
My system message never got sent.
No, it did not,
It
Steven.
did
I
for,
saw it.
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it
Backed up.
came with the flashbang at the same time. It was. a little
There we
intense.
go. Look at that. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
And that moon's name? Shoal.
Shoal.
Shoal. Oh, one of the servers or realms we've named Shoal before.
The Eye of Shoal.
People will know now that is a
Shoal,
moon.
Senrim, and Resna.
Oh, here. Let me actually let me get the perfect shot for this. 1 second. Let me kill our poor little bone strider. Whoops.
Close your chat or turn off your UI. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was doing. There it is.
Beautiful.
There. Up, and there's a flying
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
No, look at that shot. Holy smokes. Look at that shot.
Yeah. Really fantastic
beautiful.
job by all of our artists and designers who made this come to life. Like, just awesome work. I'm so excited for this. I'm really excited to hear what our players think of this because we've done a lot of things differently here, so it'll be cool.
I like
Yeah.
how Turtle Shaker said, that shot is really beautiful, but it's still missing a guild bank.
We were, like we said before, we're working on some of that stuff, and we know there's quite a few bugs with the guild's build UI that we put out recently. So we're working on that. If you haven't, check out the patch notes. It is quite a doozy. There's a lot of stuff. The team has been working really hard, not just the artist, everybody, engineers, artists, designers, etc. Everyone's kicking butt. Production's been wrangling folks. So we're definitely working hard to ensure that you guys have a awesome testing experience. And obviously with that testing experience, we are looking for that loop of feedback. So we did put up, and I believe we're going to start doing these every Friday, is we put up a thread over on the Discord and also on our forums. Please provide us your feedback over there. It is immensely helpful for us. If you can post it in those two places, in the format that we've requested, it helps our community team. We go through every single person's like all of your feedback is incorporated into a report. It is a hefty report that takes us quite a bit of time to put together. But we share that with the development team on Tuesday mornings. And the QA team goes through and correlates the top trending bugs with bugs that we have in our GR system as well through whether you guys put them in through /bug or whatever. We try to look for the repro steps and ensure that those are in place, and we prioritize those and try to resolve them. They might not get fixed that exact week, but you'll be starting to see those things coming through. So if you want to see how the flow is, that's kind of what we're doing. So please give us your feedback over there. Again, like I said, over on the forums, we put those up on Fridays as well as on Discord. So whichever choose your space that you prefer to be in, and toss us that information. If you run into any bugs, Flash Bug in game is the best way to provide us information, as that gives us some information on the back end. We may reach out to you individually asking you for more information, but usually that's gives us enough stuff to be able to try to repro it for our QA team internally.
Well, good stuff.
I think that's it on the feedback end, unless any of you guys on the design side and art side want to follow anything specifically you're looking for feedback on.
No. Oh, go ahead, Corey. You're good.
I'll jump in. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for their feedback thus far. I've been playing the game a lot, and it's just been so awesome. Just playing the game with players, being kind of in the natural state of seeing how they feel about things, that are going on with combat and economy and artisanship, and I can't express how much better it makes my job to get feedback like that and have contact with players like that. Oftentimes you have to do all the work and try your best and test internally, and then it's out there and you kind of have to scramble from there. And the amount that people have cared to submit bugs and say how they feel about stuff, whether it's criticism or let's see more of this, I cannot be more happy and more thankful that we have that.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. For me, on the econ side, I'd love to see kind of more feedback on where people are at with the crafting, whether that's costs or the effort. Any of the we've been getting tons of feedback around the stats and how they're contributing and how gear feels and whether it's impactful. And if anyone has any thoughts or ideas or thinks something is weird in any of those realms, don't be shy to report it. Like was explained earlier, we look into all of that. We get reports on all of that. It's not falling on deaf ears, and it's making the game better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all so much.
We do get a lot of that. We do get all of our data logs as well. So that is the other side of it. It's just nice to correlate that with some subjective things. So we have quantitative and qualitative feedback.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on, and people are saying that she's holding the guild bank in her hands, which was cracking me up.
I was trying to find it.
Yeah, if you get there, if players get there, they'll unlock guild banks, right?
Don't tell them that, Nathan. They'll climb her. And then I guess, do we want to wrap up with these guys and head back on the other side, or wrap up here, Steven?
Yeah, we can wrap up here.
Okay. Wrapping up here, final reminders, join us for Alpha 2. You can do so right now if you head on over to our shop, if you get the Phase 2 bundle. Of course, if you, like I said before, send your feedback over to us, forums and Discord. We are grabbing those, and that will end, I believe, Monday morning for us, 10 a.m. Pacific, so that we can compile that feedback and get that to the dev team on Tuesday morning ASAP. Thank you again so much to you all for joining us and watching these every month and supporting our development. It is a huge piece for us in the loop of creating this product. It is a different way of developing. Obviously, we're doing it live, and I think that that's really exciting. It comes with some, advantages and disadvantages, as Stephen has said many times in the past. But of course, the advantage here is that we can interact with you guys on a daily basis, which is pretty amazing. Thank you, Nathan, Corey, Jeremy, Zach, Scott, Bucky, for your time today and joining us. And of course, all the amazing work that you do and your teams do. And of course, Stephen, it's always nice to snag you. Stephen is a very hot commodity at work. He's triple, quadruple booked for meetings. So I appreciate you taking time. And of course, for you guys, stay healthy, stay safe. Follow us on all of the places. We are Ashes of Creation. Obviously, this VOD will be available right on Twitch whenever we close down. We will be uploading this to YouTube as per usual. Reminder that if you want to be spotlighted on our large development update video, make sure you leave a comment and you are subscribed publicly so we can spotlight you. And of course, follow us on all the places. We are Ashes of Creation, and we try to keep you up to date with all the goodness. We'll see you on Terra.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.